Hey guys, so wanted to make a video just to kind of wrap things up. I finished my yoga teacher training, the 200-hour certification, and I wanted to make this video just to kind of give a overview, of everything that happened and what I think about it and just how I did it in case you're thinking about it, or maybe you just want to deepen your yoga practice, just what you can expect. So as you guys have seen on my previous videos, I was kind of documenting and trying to keep track of doing videos, but I took it was a 6-week immersion into the yoga teacher training. A lot of the courses you're going to find out there are not like that. They are very spread out, and sometimes it could take you, 8 months or a year or more than a year to finish a certification. I wanted to do it fast, just how I am, how I like to take on projects, or how I like to take on things. I don't like to spread them out too much. I just want to immerse and go all in. So that's what I did. So as you can imagine, my past couple of months have been just pretty busy, going to just being present in class all day, and then having homework assignments and having to create sequences and present them to my class and to my teacher, all of that, and just even practicing my own yoga, at home. It was just, sometimes it felt overwhelming during the whole time, but I think it was the best thing I could have done, because this yoga teacher training truly has changed me as a person. It's what I needed. It's what I truly needed. I went through a couple of heartbreaks during this yoga teacher training. I lost both my dogs. I lost my boy, Tink. He was a cane corso, so I have a video about what happened to him. And then 2 weeks later, my female, who grew up with him, she stopped eating, got very sick. And despite my efforts and taking them to different vets, I couldn't save them. So I lost both my dogs. And I am coming to you today still heartbroken about that, but I am grateful because it happened during the yoga teacher training. And the reason why I say this is because I had immense support. Normally, how I would have handled this is probably just depression or just shut the world out. But having to go to these classes, despite what's happening in my life, really helped me cope and just get through it and just feel people's understanding of what happened and just support. So number one thing I got out of that is a yoga family, just people with the like-minded ideas, and the energy in the room. They were so supportive, and you could do no wrong in that class. It was always an open place, a safe circle to express yourself and just say what was on your mind. So that I really loved about the yoga teacher training. I also love the foundational knowledge that I gained, not only about poses. Yoga is not just about poses. Yoga is not about being super flexible, even though I think it's pretty cool, and I'm working toward being really flexible, doing a split and doing all these crazy poses that I see everywhere on Instagram. I think they're fascinating, and I admire people who can do them. I'm still not there yet. I know how to do them, and I could probably talk you into doing them, but I have been working on them myself. So what I've learned is that, yoga is not only about these poses. It's about meditation. It's about breathing, and it's about connecting your breath with the poses. And it will transform your practice to understand these things. There was anatomy in there, so I can understand different parts of the body and how it connects to the poses. And there was chakras, understanding of the chakras, understanding of the koshas, understanding of just energy in general, aromatherapy, and just how to give our students just a beautiful experience when they do their practice. So it was everything about how to do hand adjustments, how to press on people's shoulders, how to massage their heads or the top of their heads so that they feel comfortable. So as you can imagine, there was a lot of writing and reading and a lot of presenting to the class and just finding our own voice, like our own style. the different music that we can choose, the different, there's everything from, vinyasa, which is a little bit faster yoga, to all the way to restorative yoga, which is, very, very slow. And there's stuff in between. And then you can mix and match into a class. I love this section about meditation. I am a meditator. I meditated before this yoga experience, the yoga teacher thing. But just to really deepen that, every day we meditated. Also, mudras. We learned about, the different hand signs and what they mean. There's like this one right here is called the lotus, which is just awesome. And what they mean, right? Because they're just not hand gestures. So you just kind of just connecting everything. And I can't say enough about it. We learned about Kundalini yoga, which was definitely an experience, and I'm going to be looking more into that. So it was a well-rounded basket of knowledge, of deepening my practice, understanding yoga, why we do certain poses. We went into, the different benefits of like back bends and forward bends and the twist, and all of that is just very helpful when you're trying to put together a class to help other people. The main reason why I did yoga, why I did this yoga teacher training, is because, or why I even got into yoga in the first place. I suffered, and maybe still suffering, on anxiety and stress. I have come a long way. I used to have a very high stress, job. I was a real estate agent, and I still, from time to time practice it, but not at the full force or capacity that I was going. And because I tend to go all in into things, because I tend to go fast into things, it causes me to go into a moment of high success, but unwanted life, or not a life that I want to live. Of, yes, success there, money's there, but I have no time for my family. I'm always stressed out. My health is having problems. So, that's one of the reasons why I decided to look into yoga and meditation and breathing practices. And then that's also something that led me down to, why not deepen more my practice. Now, I wasn't considering teaching at like a gym or something like that. Maybe that's something that I will do. I'm not sure. I wanted to understand yoga, and I wanted to learn it. And I also wanted to possibly use this channel to share some of the yoga poses that really truly help me release stress, release anxiety, and how, when I'm like up here, how to bring myself grounded, calm down, especially when bad things are happening or things are not going my way. So I just love everything about the yoga teacher training. I am so grateful for the experience, the people I met, and also I lost some weight, which is a win. I've been struggling with my weight for a couple of years. I do tend to gain or lose it fast, but this time it kind of just hung around, and I think it was a lot because of stress. So I probably will make a video about my weight loss, and I'm trying to get to a certain point to really make the video, because it wasn't just yoga. There was a lot of mindset changes, and also some things that I incorporated into my diet, like awaken your senses. So for that reason, I did some diet changes, and a lot of it was inspired by just wanting to be an overall better person, wanting to be an overall calmer person, and wanting to just appreciate life. Guys, life is beautiful. Waking up every day, breathing in prana, it's a gift. Today, where we live, Earth is a gift, and we should feel super lucky every time we wake up in the morning just about being here. I believe yoga has helped me shift my heart and my mind into that direction, because we have choices, people. We can either choose to be sad, or we can choose to be happy. We can choose to see the dark side, or we can choose to see the light side, right? So I think yoga just helps you go that route, helps you come present, come into your body, helps you notice. And when you notice your breath or your heartbeat, or just bring awareness to your hands or your feet, because you can do that. You can do that right now. Just take a second and do that with me. Just bring in the presence inside of your body. Guess what? That's yoga too. That's what I love about yoga. It's not about the poses. So if you ever thought, oh man, I'm just not flexible enough, or I can't do that, or I can't do this, stop the I can't. Let's throw that into the trash can, because you can do yoga. Yoga is a practice. That's what it is. There is no perfect. There is no right or wrong. There are certain ways you can do the poses so that you can just get the maximum, benefit. Not only that, but you can incorporate some blocks. And that's great too. I love blocks. It makes me bring the earth to me so that I can really deepen into the practice. That's another thing I learned from yoga. I thought, if you had to use blocks, it's because you couldn't do it or some sign of weakness, right? And it's not. That's what's so awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're thinking about doing a yoga teacher training program, do it. Don't think about it. Just do it, because it will change. You will be a different person, a lot more appreciating of life. And I think that if you get anything out of that yoga teacher training, if you get that, you're winning. And it will help you truly cope with the anxiety of life, and will help you come present more often and catch yourself when you're being unconscious. Just come here, come to your breath, sit down and meditate, quiet the mind. Yoga does that for me, and I hope it does that for you too, because there is a way to have just a beautiful life. Time is flying by. I don't know if you've noticed, it's already May. The year is going by really fast, so I just don't want you to miss it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and look out, because I'm going to be putting together my kind of stress relieving type of yoga practices, and I'm just gonna put them up, and I hope you like them. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment below and I will share my experience. Thank you for your time. Namaste, my friends. Namaste, my friends.